God, there's people on the roof. They're having a house party. I don't have OBS or live split open. Fuck. Yeah, maybe having a timer up would be a good idea. No, we're not doing trying. Just the timer. Open splits. Outlast 2. Yes. Good. Good. It has the load remover on, right? Yeah, it does. Okay, sick. And we have our little timer up in the corner. All right, good. Let's begin, shall we? Try that one more time, hopefully without breaking it again. No, yes. I don't know if you're like supposed to start the timer like right there or like a little bit later. Guess it doesn't matter. I mean, it matters a sec from the part that I have a what's that, 0.02 seconds behind or something there already to begin with. He's always nice. Alright, decent start so far, actually.
Jesus. Is... Oh, fuck me. Fuck. That did not happen in the crash. Fuck this.
If only my menuing was good. Holy shit, that was bad. I lost like 2 seconds there because of that. Fuck me, man.
Down. Oh, thank God. I thought miles from anything.
Maybe 2, maybe even like 3 seconds because of that. That was terra bad.
Is anybody there? Please.
Let Jason run away. Then we go around the corner. What? Oh my god, dude, this menuing.
God. What in... God.
Yeah, dude, Proto, yeah, that sounds like the best part. Let's just start there from now on. No reason to ever start at any other point in the speedrun, right? Yo, how the fuck did Marta didn't even hit me once there, dude? Marta needs to get her shit together. Hey, Finzi. Oh, I didn't get the power slide, damn. I guess it's like Marta just being nice to me because my menuing is so terrible right now. Fun. Speed. Run. Very many fun. By the way, Finzi, are you down for like Battlemen later tonight? Well, silly question. I think, aren't you always down for Battlemen?
Oh, Jesus. Who?
Heck yes. No.
God wants me dead? Okay.
Battlemen is always nice. Play a couple rounds of Battletoads. Fuck. God damn it. Scared to ask? Don't be scared to ask. Be scared of not asking. Because I feel like if you stop asking, I feel like it'll mean that less people will play it every day. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people want to play it. Like Jack and Hecky were playing earlier today, and they were almost bamboozled me into doing it. But I had to like do my laundry and then make dinner, and then by the time I came back, Jack and Hecky were done. Sadly. I mean, it's a fun game, so I feel like that's understandable that you spend a lot of time in it. I feel like it has a pretty decently high learning curve. Like, there is, of course, also a little bit of RNG into it. Because, you know, like, you can be tactical as all hell, and then all of a sudden you just get shot in the ass. But there is, like, a limit to how tactical you can be. Without the game just, like, shitting on you because F you, man. I'm like 10 seconds behind here, or more, maybe even. Like 20 seconds, I think.
Are you okay?
No.
What the fuck?
I don't know. Oh shit. We have to run.
Right there.
I actually haven't played the game much lately, so I think our big leader, our glorious leader, still has to be Momo. I think Momo is the one that really has invested a lot of time into it. Especially with the whole, like, making the maps and, like, the layouts and what are good spawns, where's a lot of weapons, where are the vehicles, you know, all that stuff. Momo is, like, on top of that.
It hurts. Something's wrong.
And I think Havard just has, like, the best game sense I've ever seen. He just, like, knows what to do for every single specific situation. He's just like, yeah, you play it cool here, here you attack, here you don't shoot, here you just wait, here you use the enemy as bait, here you do this, here you do that.
Jesus Christ, Lynn. What's happening
Havard,
here?
too good, man.
Dead. When you fell, I thought we were
Good
all
old
dead.
Hadvar.
It's okay. I'm here. We're gonna get out of here, okay?
God,
What did they do to you?
I can't talk about it. Please don't ask me.
Yeah, dude, Havard is magical.
They're coming.
He has magical abilities. It's pretty nice. Still think that that crate that just like randomly spawned next to him was like the best thing ever. It was so fucking funny.
Please, Blake, I just
All of a sudden there was just a big bonk like right next to him. It's like, oh shit, that's a crate. I don't even remember what he got from it. I think he got like a adrenaline pack or something, syringe or whatever the hell it's called. It was cool nonetheless. I was just like, whoa,
Okay.
what the fuck?
The earth with their blood. Rip the devil from her belly and crush it beneath your boat hail. Revelation is upon us,
stay back.
and we must
We'll be gentle.
show no
I swear to fucking Christ,
All right,
the first
let's
person
see.
who touches me loses their eyes.
Is anything exciting happening on Twitter on this fine evening? God wants child.
God wants.
Lynn! No, you
Oh yeah, it's the watch speedruns thing where it's like it has a gif of like another person.
You leave her alone! Leave her alone!
Pretty good shit.
Fuck you!
Oh yeah, I need to like wait, hold on. Well, I'm just gonna like let my phone do its little like, software update now and like let it charge.
I've watched my father fuck your god to death.
Here's the thing, like, if I just let it do its software update like by itself, it'll always just do it in the middle of the night because it's a fucking piece of shit phone. So last time it did the software update, I was like, yeah, I'll just do it in the middle of the night, like no problem. And like it did that, but it did it like in a way that like just disabled my alarms, which is fucked up. So I just didn't get up the next day because my alarms never went off because the fucking phone was just like, ah, dude, you don't need those. You'd rather want a software update, right?
God doesn't love you. Not like I do. Yes, my love. Ah. We have, Mother. I think I'll see you again.
This licky tongue lady, and you get punched out. All right, get ready, get ready to quit out. Holy fuck, I can't talk.
Oh shit! Lynn!
Why my menu's so bad? It's like I quit out, I go down to yes, but then I just like stay on no for some fucking reason.
Fuck were they? They called them the heretics. They called Lynn mother. It's not just the
Please don't laugh at me and my bad English. I can't help it, man.
Christians.
I always get lost here every time.
I'm sorry I have to do this. You should have loved me. You should have helped me. Jesus, forgive me. I don't know what to do.
Like every single time in that room, I just get super confused about where the fuck I am.
I remember this.
Ooh, shaky screen. My Inglando skills today are fucking on point, I can tell you that for a fact. Most on point thing that you'll ever see in your entire life. Right here, right
Who
now.
are you?
On the Cropax stream.
But I mean, are you one of them? And which side are you on?
I mean, why ain't I trying to kill you? I've been unborn. Seen too much to keep the faith.
But you're not one of those other ones. The
Ugh.
heretics.
Just hoping that like this run like just sort of goes well. I feel like most of our other runs of this game, at least the last time I streamed this, just like went completely to hell. I think it was mostly with Shrek and like some of the other like townsfolk at some point where everything just like went to fucking crap and like I got the worst time.
Slit her belly and kill the child. I gave her a chance to run. Spun them idiots some stories. I've been gifted with talk my whole life. You probably noticed.
Jane Doe,
Sorry?
your daughter. She was 8 months pregnant. Blonde hair, cut like a boy's.
Yeah. What do you know? You seen her?
It's why we came here.
Is she all right? Please, Mister, just tell me she's okay.
She's fine.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. And God bless you. Come on. Get you inside. Ah! Oh, hey there. You really busted your head open, didn't
One thing I actually don't remember from the intro, mostly because I didn't pay much attention to the intro like the first time I played this, and then also like the second time we played it through.
you can hide till you're fixed up.
Go down. Oh god.
It's all right. You just relax here. I'll keep you safe.
Like they talk about this Jane Doe chick that you find, but I don't. It just seems weird how like the whole game, like you're here because this one fucking chick is just fucking with your brain, dude. It's like this one pregnant chick that was found along the road. I just don't remember if she's actually dead or not. By the way, how is the game audio? Is it too loud or is it too low?
Please, Blake. Where are you? I'm scared. He's coming. He's here!
Papa's got. I bet him 100
Team audio is fine. Also, like compared to my voice,
the outsider was.
Prophet don't need your help in finding the devil's heart.
everything is very Gucci.
Questions
Interesting.
even now other heretics at chapel. God will guide.
That must be a first. I ain't heard it.
You sinned when you denied the prophet, your daughter.
This is some
You
very good
sent
lip
sense
sync.
to deny.
Just let me talk to now.
Know where the outsider is.
Dude, the fucking nerds are still having a house party out there.
God and the prophet both want
Just
his
let me talk to now. I can
Well,
explain.
not a house party, but like a
God
rooftop party. I don't know if you can see them. Like right there. I don't know if you can see it from like the heavenly glow, but there's a person like right there.
still.
He's sitting on the bench that's like on the roof. Like the roof starts like right here.
Take your
This is like the roof right there. Like right on top, there's like a bench you can sit on. There's some nerds up there. Can't see him? Eh. Probably a little bit too bright.
Edomites, the devil.
I hope you find your daughter.
Climb up. Don't start fucking sidestepping. This isn't Mirror's Edge. Main character of this game has fucking played too many Mirror's Edge speedruns. Sidestepping does not increase your speed, my man. Just for the record. Also, I still think it's super weird that the fucking main character is like dog paddling there. Like, does he not know how to swim? I guess it's not like super common to know how to swim. I actually figured that out the other day that like there's a lot of people, especially in like in mainland USA, like well like in the middle of the US, like in the Highlands and stuff, that actually don't know how to swim, which I actually found to be super surprising. Because like in Denmark, it's like required that you know or learn how to swim in middle school. Oh shit. It's like in the 5th or 6th grade. No, actually, well, it depends from school to school. But like in my middle school, it's like in the 4th grade. That's when you started to learn how to swim, and that's where I trained for schools. And at my new school, it was in the 3rd grade, so that was amazing timing. So I never actually learned it in school. I just happened to like go to swim practice. Crawl up. Ah, fuck. Alright, I don't know how to do that. There's a trick there. I don't know how to do it, though. Ook it. In year 4? Maybe it's like a UK thing as well, then. Because I know there are some Americans that just don't know how to swim, which just, to me at least, sounds super weird that you just wouldn't know how to swim. So, like, if you theoretically were just, like, flung into a, just, like, I don't know, like a pool. Like, someone just threw you into a pool, you just, like, yeah, you're dead. You're just drowning at that point. I just can't even imagine that. Like, I don't mean like you need to be like a pro swimmer or like know how to do optimized movement and shit, but like at least know how to not drown when you're just in a normal fucking swimming pool or like in not very deep ocean.
What the fuck was that?
It's probably like one of those that's like really hard for me to imagine because I've been swimming for like most of my life. Like at least like part of my life that I can remember. So like from when I was like 6 years and forward, I can just like remember it. That I've been able to swim.
Some kind of
And then of course, like since middle school, I also like went to swimming in my my spare time. Like after school, my mom, I remember it was on Tuesdays and on Saturdays. My mom would drive me to swimming, which was real neat. I remember like back then, like I was a pretty decent swimmer, so I actually like got bumped up, so I was like with the slightly bigger kids. Like just like with one level above me, which was real neat. Mind you, back then I was, of course, wasn't like tall or anything yet, so I still was like super out of place, like with my height and everything. So I was just like smaller than the other kids. They're like, "What the fuck is this idiot?" The fuck is this like stupid little fat kid? I used to be like chubbier when I was smaller. I think that's like a pretty common thing though for like smaller kids. I don't know what it's called in English, but like we have a Danish term for like kids. It's very common for them to just like have some extra fat that they just have, you know, when they are kids, which then just like almost by itself disappears as they're growing up. So like as kids they look chubbier, but of course that's not necessarily because they have a bad diet or don't get enough exercise. It's just something that's just on them. Your 2 schools, primary and secondary? Primary goes from first year until 6th year? But like, how old are you then when you start in first year? Is that like 5 or 6? Something like that? Because from us, like what we call middle school starts when you're like 6 years old, and then it goes until you're like 15. And that's where you like do the split where you decide if you want to go to high school or if you want to go like do something else. We have like also in Denmark like several different kinds of high schools. There's like your pretty like normal average high school, which is just like where you learn general stuff about everything. Then they have like a more specialized high school, which is more for like people who want to do like more scientific stuff. So like if you want to do something with physics or chemistry or something like that, then you go there. There's also like if you want to get like own a store or like work an office job or like be a secretary, something like that. Like something that doesn't necessarily take like a longer-ish education, then there's like a school for that. And then there's like, you know, the school where you just like become a carpenter or like a plumber, electrician, stuff like that. Oh, am I dead? Ooh, I'm not dead. Holy shit. That was a miracle right there. Kindergarten from 3 until 6, elementary school is from 6 until 10, then secondary school until end. Okay. Like for us, like it's just like when you turn 6, like of course kindergarten is like when you're really small and you're just like too dumb to do fucking anything. Everybody goes to kindergarten. It's the same here. But then like once you hit like the 5, maybe 6, that sort of like depends like when your parents decide for you to go to school. Some people do it 5, some people do it 6. 7 is considered very, very, very late though, but there are occasional kids who do it. Anyways, and then yeah, you just start in grade 0 and then you just go all the way up until grade 9, which is where you decide if you want to go to high school or just not go to school anymore or do whatever.
We're not alone. Please, Blake.
Yeah, Fincy, that sounds like pretty much, except like instead of it just being in your case, that's just like what the average thing in Denmark is. Like school until you're 16, and then you do some shit for like, I don't know, a couple of years, like 3 extra years. We also have like a 2-year version of the high school degree. It's called something different, and it's sort of seen as like an easier, more like cut down version of like the high school like diploma, degree, whatever you want to call it, because it's like you basically end up having the same like abilities or whatever, but like you do it in 2 years instead of 3. But it's, for a lot of students, it's frowned upon for like, because it's apparently a lot easier than like the 3-year course. So it's like you apparently learn the same, but like in a way easier way and like in shorter time. So it's not like you learn as much, but in shorter time, which would make it harder, but it's like you learn less and in shorter time. And there are also some limitations, but it's like, even if you have that, you can get pretty much the same stuff. Although if you're like applying immediately for a job or for a university, it's a little bit more flashy to have like the traditional 3-year one. But like I said, you can still get in a lot of places with just the 2-year one.
Where had the bones been burned?
You're scum. There you
Oh, to the bloody city. Oh, you hit me, asshole. Not even expect to hit him there. Alright, this is the part where we need to go over the pit, where hopefully we don't fall in. You took them in black and white film? Why in black and white though, and why not in color so we can get their true majestic beauty out there? Like, dude, I want to see colored llamas. What the fuck, man? And don't tell me you did it to be like artistic or some shit like that. Black and white film with the camera still. Get a very nice artistic alternative look at the llama. Yes. Y'all just don't understand my creative vision. You uncultured swine. Yeah, but like if it's just a photo of a llama, that's just a photo of a llama. That's not being artistic. That's just a photo of a llama. I get that if you're trying to like make a fancy picture, of course, that's supposed to be artistic. Fair enough. But if it's just a picture of a llama, that doesn't count as like attempting to be art. It's sort of the same as like a family photo or like just like a vacation photo. Like that's not supposed to be artistic. That's just something you just fucking take. Mostly just to memorize the moment. I don't doubt that it's a very nice picture of the llama. That llama's probably a very nice, majestic creature. I wouldn't call it art, though. But hey, maybe that's just me, and I've been wrong before. I think we can all agree on that. I don't know what any of that means, Finzi. 200mm f3.8. Sounds like a bullet. Alright, this is where we need to like bamboozle Marta and hopefully not mess it up. Dude, you can't just shoot a llama, man. What the fuck? Dude, Finzi confirmed llama killer. What a guy. It's a dead llama. At least the picture was nice. Finzi the llama murderer. How can you even live with yourself, man? Hold Outlast. XD. This is where you keep going even though she breaks the wood. Oh, that's not close enough. How the fuck? Wait, where'd she even go? Did she despawn? Holy shit, I was lucky there. She was right behind me. But she just decided to despawn? Like, what? I'm confused. I mean, I'm completely okay with her despawning because it means that I didn't die there. Figure out why that happened in the tunnel? Well, not really. Because apparently there's always been two, but I've always only encountered one, which is super weird, but I don't know. Also, because the sun is going down and you can actually see stuff, my room looks super yellow. Hold on. Did that help? Oh, dude, I'm even more yellow. I look like a fucking Simpson.
It's me, Josiah. Please, tell him I don't.
Let her go. Oh, God. I'm sorry. I didn't want.
God hates vanity. So do I. The outsider woman has this
Alright,
world's
still yellow,
destruction
although
in
not
her
as much of a
woe.
Simpson
But
anymore,
Val and his
which is
apostate
neat.
stole away the unborn enemy. The fiend's father is escaped. She will bear her filthy yield before dawn. We have only these few hours to find her and kill her and save this paradise from hell everlasting. Where is she? Where did Val take her?
Yeah, at least like they're not like the rude people that I met like a little bit under a year ago.
Make the woman
The roof party
scream.
dudes that were just like sitting and like pointing in my room like, he's playing video games. Oh, what's he playing? Dude, I still remember those. That's generally the reason why whenever there's somebody up on that roof, I usually just like immediately close the curtains. Because people are just fucking annoying. At least it's because since I moved my desk from like over there, like further over here, it's like they can't really see me at that angle from the roof. They can still sort of see me, but it means they need to like position themselves like on the corner of the roof, which is away from like the bench where you have to sit. So that means they have to like move and stand in a specific spot. Which means basically they're not gonna see me as often. They can close their curtains. Ah, I see. But what if they don't have curtains though? Then we'll just both be standing there awkwardly just looking at each other. Like I'm standing there, I'm naked, my dick's out, I'm masturbating. And they're just like looking back, they're like, what the fuck is happening? But because they're on a roof, you know, with no walls or curtains or windows, how would they do that? Just watch the stream, yeah, dude. livejasmin.com/Cropax. Hey. But what if they don't get off on it, and they just don't have any curtains to pull in front? That would just be weird, though, wouldn't it? Get fucking jebaited, kid. You thought I was a porn star all along? Ha, please. I'm just an unsuccessful Twitch streamer. Get fucked. Indeed there is, and it's a pretty good emote if I do say so myself. It really just captures like the face that he makes in that emote. It gets bigger when I pull it out. I know, I mean, because immediately, if you have a webcam, you immediately become a cam whore. That's just how the world works, apparently. Sorry for what? You wish you had a credit card so you could bid? Why do you not have a credit card? Like, just in general, not just because you can't bid, but just like, in general, why do you not have one of those? There's a guy right behind me. Did I escape from him? Can't you like use PayPal or something like that though? That's super widespread in Germany. Oh really? Dude, credit cards are like the only thing people use in Denmark. Like, teenagers get debit cards when they're like 16, and then when they're 18, they just immediately get credit cards. Like, if you just don't have one, that's just weird in Denmark. Like, really. Like, I'm pretty sure if you ask any teenager, they either have a debit card because they're under 18, or they have a credit card, or they have both if they're over 18. I mean, I guess it's probably not PayPal because with PayPal you like have the ability to like call back the money or something if like you can prove to PayPal that it was stolen from you or something. And I guess that's like ultimately what Twitch wants to avoid with the whole bit system, so I guess. All right, Marta. Time for you to play nice.
Jesus, don't you ever quit?
Thank you, Marta. Marta being nice. Bank account card?
Jesus. She prayed for refrigeration.
What the hell is a bank account card? I don't remember actually the last time I've had physical money in my wallet. I think right now I have like 50 cents or 50 Danish cents in my wallet, which is fucking nothing. Like, I can't even think of anything that 50 cents would buy me. Oh, it's the same thing, okay. Why do you have to call it different things? Why do you have to confuse me like that, man? Giving it different names and shit? Like, what the fuck? Run, you shit! Why are you not running? Offer credit for those cards? Just like free money that you can spend with those cards? That's kind of broken. OP. OP bank companies.
Okay. Fuck. Keep moving. Wait. This is before I found her hanging.
I almost ran past this door. That would have been awkward.
Hangman game. Like Lynn and Jess used to play. The other half of this must be
Would have been an awkward time loss if I had done that.
For Lynn to find.
Spooky lockers. minimum spend for cards because that few vendor charges. What the fuck? That sounds super weird though. Like having to like spend a minimum amount. Like, well, the new like fancy way of paying money in Denmark is basically you tie your bank account to your phone number, and then there's like this this app called Mobile Pay, where even like a lot of stores, like very big supermarkets and stuff, where it's like you get the amount on your phone, or like they say, oh, that'll be $2.99 or whatever the fuck, right? And then you type in $2.99, and then they have a phone number, and then you send $2.99 to that phone number, and then it will pay. And you can even do this like with stores, with your friends. So like, let's say I owe a friend some money. He has his phone number. I owe him $4.99. I type in his phone number, and then $4.99. Jump scare, by the way. They also have like a QR code scanner where it's like at the fancy supermarket they'll be like, hey, that's I'll be $6.99, and then like you just hold it up to the machine, and then it'll like scan that, and then your phone will immediately know what the amount is and like who it has to send it to. And then you just like swipe, and then boom, money has been transferred.
What the fuck? I was just here.
It's actually super smart and convenient. Mostly because even if you do like forget your credit card, or if you like in some way need to like transfer money to like a friend or whatever, you can do it like in a super simple way, which is neat. Instead of having to like make it overly complicated.
Christ. Okay, it's not that far. This isn't so bad.
I think as far as I know, in Denmark, it's usually only like mostly older people that still pay with credit cards. Or no, not with credit cards, with cash. Like people who are like a little bit up in the years, let's say, put it like that. Like young people, credit cards all the way. Either credit cards or mobile pay. Like occasionally they'll use some cash for like very small purchases. Like if they're going to like McDonald's, they just need a cheeseburger, they'll like, you know, pay cash. But like anything more than that, and even more often than not, just even when they just go to McDonald's, they just fucking use credit card. Like I think it's been like a year or two since the last time I had to physically go to an ATM and be like, hey, I want some money. Like, cause I've always just paid with credit card. Both when I go to the fucking supermarket, if I like need to buy a ticket for the train, or if I need to, I know, anything, order anything online, I just, credit cards, my man. Well, that one's obvious, but you get what I mean. Yeah, sounds like Germany is a very primitive country, it seems like. I mean, my parents do tell me that I really should like carry emergency money in cash, like just in case, like places, you know, machine, like their credit card machine broke down or something. They do tell me I should do that, but I just don't. Maybe I should, but like every time they tell it to me, I just like end up forgetting, and then it's just like, eh, fuck, man. And then I just say whatever, and then I forget about it. Did you go underneath this, please? Thank you. You should? Oh yeah, definitely, I should. 100%. I just don't. Could you sprint, you fuck? Remind me on Twitter. I didn't even know where there is an ATM. Well, I guess I could just get money from the supermarket. Also, what is that sound? That like dunk sound that you hear? I don't know if you heard that. Alright, time for Shrek.
Oh, fuck me!
We found the skull of Christ.
Run, you fat loser. Jump scare priest man. Oh shit.
This way, Blake.
Jess! Come back!
We're not alone here.
Still think it's super weird that you have to like interact with that computer. Like there's no option to like not do it. Are you all ready for the most exciting cutscene in the entire video game? Because I sure as hell can't. There's plot. I don't want to read, man.
No! No! Let go! Fuck!
Give
Get
him
off
to
me!
us. Let us have him.
Fuck off!
Yeah, Finzi, I see a lot of those people in Denmark.
Praise God and his prophet now. Praise God.
Like these like small little flip cases or whatever where they only have a credit card, maybe like an ID, like a driver's license or something in it. Like this little tiny flat ass little thing they just like put in a back pocket or like anything really.
There you go.
Super tiny. A lot of people have those in Denmark. I personally don't like them because I like to have a lot of weird shit in my wallet. Like, hold on, let me get my wallet. Oh, I even have my wallet. What do I have in my wallet? Let's see. Alright, let's take it from the end. I have a Visa, MasterCard that I never use. I have I have like a train card. Also, I want you to see this photo. This photo is like, I don't even know, like 4 or 5 years old. This is like the photo when I need to like show this to the train conductors. It's this photo.
Teaching. He will be nailed to a cross and die, and he will be buried.
Very good photo.
We'll rise again.
I don't know if you can see it properly.
Flesh. We will
Yeah, that's my train photo.
of that flesh and
Pretty
holy
good.
communion and be healed of our physical sins.
Alright, what else?
We shall inherit
I
this
have
broken earth.
I have my university card. I have my
We prepared.
I don't know what this card is called in English, but it's like a card that you would show when you go to the doctor. It like has your name, your address, and like which doctor you use on it. And then it has like a barcode where you scan this at the doctor and then they will know who you are, all your previous doctor appointments, all the things they've ever given to you, like medicine, stuff like that, like what you've been previously treated for, stuff like that. Yeah, medical card.
I guess we better put those nails.
There's my European version of that card, so like if I don't know, die while in Germany or something, then they steal this card from my wallet. My driver's license. Alright, now to the important part. Yo, I have cash. I have, how much is this? 6.5 Danish kroner. That's less than a dollar. That's about $1.
Hand me that. Set a camera.
I have my online ID thing. This is like a thing that every person in Denmark has. It's like basically whenever you want to like log in for like either your bank account, the website where you like receive emails from the government, like in terms of like, let's say you get called in for like to court for some reason or something. To log into that website, you need like a code from this piece of paper. And every single time you log in, it's a new code. It's basically like an authenticator, but in paper form.
I must study his lessons. Drive the other
New code every single time. And of course, at some point you run out of codes, and then they send you a new one. Then I have a Starbucks voucher. Sick. I have some vouchers for a bar, and then a ticket for the swimming pool, so I can go in for free. Sick. It's good shit. I have a lot of good shit in my wallet. No money. That was all the money I had. About $1. Oh right, I do have a condom actually. Hold on. Is it here? No, there's like some secret. What the fuck is that? Hey, more vouchers. Hold on. Yep. Don't worry, we got that emergency condom for whenever a miracle happens. Don't you worry about that. Oh no, don't worry, Finzi. It's just been gathering dust like on my shelf for a couple months now, so don't worry. I already had them. Never put them to good use.
Fuck. Fuck me. Oh, fuck, that hurts.
They go out of date though? They do at some point. They're not that old. Don't worry. Don't you worry. I'm not gonna be a dad yet. Dad. Fuck no, I'm not gonna be a dad. I think we've discussed this before on stream, but like the whole idea about having kids is not something that I find like particularly interesting. Maybe like one day when I get older or some shit, but like right now, fuck no, I'm not gonna have kids. Someone asked me like, hey, what are your kids gonna be called? Bitch, I ain't gonna have kids. All kids do are yell, fuck you, dad, and like, hey, I want a PS4. Alright, I'm gonna go for the yellow strat. This is gonna kill me, probably. You missed! He missed! I did it! Holy shit! Yo, speed strat!
Coming back earlier.
Dude, we're going fast right now, you don't even know.
Is that a phone?
Hello? Hello? Oh, thank God you're alive. I need you to stay calm. We're going to get you help. We'll get
Please,
you out
uncle,
there.
it's
I want you to
2017.
find a place to
Both
hide.
male and females can be called bitch, I won't have kids. That's a very viable name, in my opinion.
You diseased
Hey, come on, little bitch, I won't have kids. We're going to school now. Come on, get your pack your fucking lunch. Let's go. Alright, Shrek, you and me, man. Don't fuck me over. Don't tell me he's coming here.
Messiah.
Are you for real, dude? Oh my god. Fuck you, Shrek. Every time, man. Hell is he? Oh shit, he's right there. Alright, Shrek buddy, I'm gonna need you to piss off, my man. Did my name have a meaning? What, Cropax? Not really, no. It was just sort of like, it was a name that I came up with when I was like originally making my League of Legends account like a couple years back. Like I was just staring into the screen and I wasn't really sure what I wanted, so I tried to like, I just typed some random letters onto the keyboard and like just saw what I got. And it became like or something like that. So I just like switched some letters around until I got something that sort of sounded like a name, and I got Cropax out of it, and hey, here we are. Yeah, basically, it was something like that. I just typed something completely weird and random into the fucking box, and I was just like, that looks weird. I just switched some letters around until it, like, sort of became legible, and, yeah, here we are. Basically became the name that I use for everything. The weird thing when I made that account for League of Legends was, for those who don't know, League of Legends, like the way it works with your account is it's split up into regions. There's the North American region, there's the South American region, then there's the Western Europe, and then there's Eastern Europe, or North and East it's called. But because the Eastern server was called North and East, I was like, North, hey, Denmark is in the North, right? We're like together with like Norway and shit like that, right? So my dumbass thought that, yeah, I'm in the North. Later I found out literally all the Russians are on the Eastern server because, hey, that makes sense for them. While all the, like, normie fucking Europeans, like Norway, Sweden, Germany, or like people who can just actually speak English, were on the Western server. So I was like, fuck. So I made a separate account on West called Cropax, of course, as well. I made a new one. I never played too much on that account because I didn't like it, because I didn't like having to level up from the first level to max level again. So I ended up taking my main account from the North and East servers and transferring it to the West, but because I had already made the account on West called Cropax, it had to be called something else, and I had to call it Oberok. And Oberok basically became like my second go-to name for like accounts and stuff like that. But then like here a couple years later, League of Legends, they implemented like a system where if like your account had been inactive for like a very, very long time and your account level was below a specific number, your name basically became available to other players. So let's say you have like a level 5 account, which is not very high, and that had just been inactive for years. It gave other players the ability to get that name or to switch their names to that name. Oberock? O-B-E-R-O-C-K. So, close. Very close. Not quite. So yeah, that's basically how I got the name Cropax, and also my second name, Oberock. Oberock was basically the same thing. It was like, smashed something into the keyboard that sort of makes sense. Although Oberock I already knew before I made Cropax. That was like what one of my characters in World of Warcraft was called. I remember he was a human rogue. I never got him like further than level 20 in World of Warcraft. It just was a name that I apparently really, really liked, so I just stuck with it. What? You fell? How did you fall?
The mine. That's gotta be it. How the fuck?
This game sucks, dude. How the fuck did I fall off there? First character was called Destruction. Yo, nice. I think I also, like, when I originally, like, made my World of Warcraft characters, I had a, I think I made a Death Knight at some point when, like, Death Knights came out. I think I made a Death Knight named, like, Death Orc or something, because it was an Orc Death Knight. So, yeah, Death Orc. That seemed like a good name.
Don't touch me! I said get your hands off me! Touch disgusts me out of you! Hey! Hey! No! No, goddamn you!
You have 20 days until you can change it back. Why did you change it originally, though?
The roof. Maybe I could. Fuck.
Damn. Never evolved, never lucky. Poor dialogue was too good. Ah, yes, changing your name while drunk. That's a classic I've heard. I've heard of several people who did that when the whole name change thing came around. A pretty good classic. Open door, thanks. He phased through the door. How to change it to Sadud? I mean, I feel like Sadud would be taken. Probably by somebody, don't you think? More fun than Arthanori? Please, no. Uncle is the best name. Look at the note.
You're not alone here.
Every version, yeah, I could imagine.
Jessica!
Come here.
Jess! Hey!
Quick.
Remember to listen.
Oh God, the sun.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna
Look
focus.
down upon thy little one. O light of light,
Jessica,
keep me this
can you hear
night,
me?
and shed round me thy presence bright. I need not fear, if thou art near. Thou art my savior.
There's a fly on my leg. Not now, dude.
It's done. Oh God, the sun, look down upon thy little one. O light of light, keep me this night, and shed round me thy presence bright. I need not fear, if thou art near. Thou art my savior. This way, Blake.
Jess, are you there?
Jump scare. What? No, I was looking the right way and then I fucked it up. Oh my god. Every time, man, never lucky. Keyboard is swallowing words. It's all that dye that you put on your keys, man. Where's your expensive keyboard now? That was Momo. Oh, didn't you do it as well? It's only Momo that's like weirdly miscoloring his keycaps. Alright, fine, fair enough then. I still think it's insane to use like that amount of money on keycaps. I know we've had this discussion before. It's just, to me, as like a person that's just like, a keyboard should be comfortable, and that's about it. Of course, it can have a little bit of swag to it, but like, getting to the point of you spending like several of hundreds of dollars on it, I just cannot imagine. Alright, you all ready for the hypest point of the run?
Raft.
Sure as heck am.
Get me across.
And yes, I know, Finz, I know it's an enthusiast hobby, and everybody has a different hobby. I get that. It's just... Keyboards? What? I like, before you guys were telling me that you were shopping for these keyboards, I didn't even know that expensive keyboarding was a thing. Like, that was something that people did. I mean, of course you see those, like, videos and pictures of, like, these, like, extremely rare people that have like completely pimped out keyboards, but I didn't know that it was like something that a lot of people did. I thought it was like something that only some people did. Yeah, I mean, to each their own. To each their own. Fair enough.
These are signs. The apocalypse. Hope to God I'm just losing my shit.
Both, I'd imagine, Uncle, to be real. 3D printed penis keycaps. Nice. Very nice. But like, how would that work with, you know, your fingers on the keyboard? Are you just like, whenever you're pressing down a key, are you just like pressing down on the tip of a dick? Or is it like, is the dick like flat on the keypad? Or is it like pointing upwards? So you're like just tapping on top of the dick head? Like what? To pull down the foreskin. What the fuck, man? My dish fucked up. Anyone played Hotline Miami? Yes. I have played Hotline Miami. I played the first one, and then I beat the first one on, or the second one on normal, and then I beat like 70% of the second one on hard mode. I never finished it though.
Just... Ah, shit! Fuck! Come on! Ah,
But yeah,
shit.
both Hotline games are actually really, really fun, especially the soundtrack. The soundtrack for Hotline Miami 1 and 2 are like the best things ever. With $4, 100%, dude. I'd pay 30 bucks for Hotline Miami, maybe even more than that. Dude, Hotline Miami for 4 bucks, that's like the biggest steal. 100%. 100%. It's such a good game.
Cult ones are dead. Those good Christians. Because God said she had to die. Heretics, they want her to have the baby. Despite God. What do they do when there's no baby? I have to... Jesus. Lynn. I'm coming.
It's on sale. Well, I can definitely recommend it. Definitely.
God.
Alright, this whole keyboard discussion is taking a weird turn. I'm just gonna drink my water until this whole conversation passes over. I was actually considering running Hotline Miami at one point. I just ended up like going away from it because I realized how fucking infuriating it will be sometimes to just die sometimes. I think most of the runners agree that like the second or the first game is like the better speedrun because the map layout of the second game is super wonky, especially because like you get killed off screen so often. And also like the way you have to like hug walls in the second game compared to the first one. Instead, I ended up playing other shitty games like For Honor.
Shit! Shit, the raft. May still be there. There. The raft. Just cross. Motherfucking no.
Motherfucking no. I think, wait, did I originally even play? I think I even played Hotline Miami 2 on stream like many years ago. I think I did. I'm not sure though. It was back when I streamed World of Warcraft, so it was before I knew any of you guys. But yeah, it was a long time ago. I think I streamed it back then. I'm not sure. Maybe I did. I might be wrong. Or maybe it was because I really liked the game back then, and I ended up giving it to one of the people that I played World of Warcraft with. Yeah, I think that's the way it was. Yeah, I played it a lot off stream, and then I ended up giving it to one of the people that I streamed with very often. Because, like, through the Humble Bundle once, it was like you got Hotline Miami and, like, some other really nice indie games. But I already had Hotline Miami at the time, so I ended up giving it to my friend. Sorry if I booped the microphone a little bit too hard there. Oh god. I'm gonna fall off the edge. Okay. I was about to say, I thought I was like gonna bump into every single wall a million times there.
What are they doing to her?
Thankfully not.
I think she's somebody's mother. Call me the father. But I'm not. I don't have it in months. I can be.
Alright. Oh, the most interesting part of the run is now over. Thank fucking Christ. Now we get to go real fast. I keep forgetting here that like it automatically takes up the camera here, so I always like take it down by accident. Open the bloody bathroom. Run away. Go to the child that's fucking hauling ass down the hallway. I need to remember to like save reload there. I don't think I did that in my PB. Also, I remember I had one run where it was like shot all the way back here when I opened that door, which was super weird, and I've never seen that before. I've just never been able to replicate it.
Fuck.
Help me! Wait! Wait!
Dude, in this area, you just do super long power slides. What the fuck?
Get away from me!
Actually kind of cool. It's like normally you're out of stamina for a really long time in that section. Instead you just fucking power slide through that blood like it ain't no thing. That's always neat. What? Ah, I got stuck on the thing. Do they do that in Crysis 2 and 3 as well? I think the only Crysis speedrun I've ever seen is like, I've seen a little bit of the first one, and all I know is that like the moment the level starts, you just fucking fly through the sky. Because of like the way you like do some inputs with like the movement, and that just allows you to just fly through the entire level or some shit. If you just do it correctly. Which is kind of fucked up. Yeah, it's Crysis 1. Yeah, I know. I think I saw Havard do it once. Oh, it was super weird to watch.
We tried to get her back before the enemy cracks her womb.
Well, yeah, Vanquish is coming out again, which is super fucking weird. Isn't that game like 4 or 5 years old?
The lucky ones they killed.
And now, yeah, you're putting it on PC for some fucking reason.
We have to go.
It's sort of the same way, like, for me with Bulletstorm. It's like some old game that was like, It was alright. Not the best game ever, but now it's apparently getting re-released for reasons. Yeah, no, it's a console exclusive, but like, why release it so many years later, though? That's what I'm wondering. I finally realized it. I feel like it's been so many years since it originally came out that like I feel like a lot of players have just like forgotten about it, right? Like maybe that's just me. I just feel like it would have made way more sense to like just do it back then instead of doing it, you know, now. Attract newer players? Yeah, but it's like they're attracting new players to a game that doesn't really have any hype built around it. Like it's not really like a big AAA new fancy release, you know? Like it's competing with other newer games that are coming out, like games like The Surge, for example. Like big new fancy titles that everybody are looking forward to. I heard The Surge was shit. I've heard a lot of good things about it, actually. I haven't seen like any like actual reviews for the game, but like from the few streamers that I've seen play it and like from the friends that I've heard who own it, they actually really like it. I know Flotz owns it, he thinks it's really neat. Oh no! Dude, I went too fast! Fuck! Am I fucked here? Any tips for Hotline Miami? Not really. I don't really have anything. Just play smart and like be patient sometimes. Is the only like real, I guess, tip that I can give. Just trust me, you will die in that game. You die rather often. Am I gonna make it? Am I dead? I'm dead, dude. I'm dead! No! Fuck me. I should have reloaded there. Because trust me, you will die a lot in Hotline Miami. Dude, I went too fast on that other play. I just lost a bunch of time to that. I should just have reloaded earlier when I had the chance. Fuck me. Hey, Swatto. Oh, is it the same devs that made Lords of the Fallen? I didn't know that. Thought it was a completely new set of people. Spooky Jesus. I'm about about the Surge? Yeah. We were just talking about it a second ago. Well, we were mostly just like comparing it to another game. Well, not comparing it, but it was like we were talking about Vanquish and it being re-released and like it having to compete with other games such as the Surge, which is like a new fancy up-and-comer, stuff like that. And then we started talking about how at least Proto has heard that it's not like too amazing, which I actually haven't heard, because like from all the people that I have heard who have played it, they actually really like it. I don't really think that like they're so different to the point where like they're competing for different audiences, because sometimes you just need to be a popular new game and then you will sell copies to the same type of people. You know, the same type of people who will buy The Witcher 3 the same as they will buy the new Dark Souls or whatever, right? Or the new Call of Duty or whatever. It's like, maybe if it's like some fancy Dota like Paragon, that new MOBA game that's coming out for PC. Well, it's like in beta or like alpha or early access. Anyways, like a game like that compared to a AAA. Because Paragon is, I feel like, is definitely gonna sell way less for like the casual player than like, you know, some other games will. So I think it's very rare that like games will be competing for buyers in terms of like what kind of game it is. It's only like really big AAAs that are coming out at the same time that are really like fighting, if that makes sense. It's only like if two games are very, very similar and are coming out at the same time that there will be competition. For example, when Battlefield 3 originally came out, I think Modern Warfare 3 was coming out at the same time. So those two games are, you know, sort of similar. Military shooter game, first person, you know, whatever. Shoot each other until they die. Those were competing, definitely. But even just two completely different AAAs within two different genres and like playstyles and just like games that you wouldn't even compare normally, but just because they are two very new, hyped up AAAs, right? They'll basically be competing for people's money, because you can, you know, be interested in two very different games.
Fuck.
But like, let's say you're poor and you can only afford to buy one of them, then you need to like figure out, hey, which one do you buy? And that's where the devs come in and they're like, hey, this game is cool because this isn't this, and the other is cool because this isn't that, etc., etc. Loud noises. Ah, good old Gaben. The dude even behind me? He's like super far away. Unless he like spawns down here in a second or something.
You're not evil, White.
Ah.
Just confused.
He started talking immediately as the camera like started freaking out, and that freaked me out. I was like, oh shit, what was that? Did I find a secret jump scare? Gay bang, gay ban, gay ban, gay ban. At wildsoftware.com. Have you ever heard that song? That song's so good. Gay ban, gay ban, gay ban, gay ban. At valvesoftware.com. Gay ban, gay ban, gay ban, gay ban. Dude, that's like a classic internet meme. The Gaben song. It is very many good. I don't really know, Sweato. I feel like I've just gotten to the point with this game where I just don't really care about the story anymore, so I don't know. Maybe he was lying. Hell if I fucking know. I have no fucking clue. The earn.com/FrankerZ. Oh yeah. It definitely will be. I feel like that's gonna be one of those things that will forever be a meme for people who don't really know anything about speedruns, but only watch, you know, GDQs and stuff like that, you know? 2004 memes? What even are 2004 memes? Like, what would that be? Like, bro, I was fucking playing Pokemon cards and spinning Beyblades when I was 10 years old, dude. Oh, dude, you remember Beyblade? Dude, Beyblade was the hot shit. Beyblade was like the best thing ever when I was a kid. Dude, I want to fucking listen to the main theme of Beyblade now. Is that around the time with the Steam fucks the users memes? What? Steam fucks the users? I don't know. Must have been before my time. I still remember when I like installed Steam on my 10th birthday because I got Counter-Strike for my 10-year birthday. It was pretty good. I think I've told that before as well. The story of like me for my 10th birthday getting Counter-Strike 1.6. Well, it was called the Counter-Strike Anthology, which contained Counter-Strike 1.6, Counter-Strike Conditions 0, Conditions 0 deleted scenes, and Classic Day of Defeat. In that one package. It was like a CD bundle or whatever that you could buy. And I got that for my 10th birthday, and it was from my cousin, or like my aunt, but it was, yeah, from my cousin, whatever. But my parents were like, oh no, violent video games, my child can't play this. So they took it from me so I couldn't play it. But then later that day, I had a friend home from school, and he was like, you know, super interested. Oh hey kid, what'd you get for your birthday, man? And I showed him that, but I was like, oh. I didn't tell him that it was gonna get traded, because, you know, that would be, you know, weird and embarrassing. And like, ha, loser, you can't play your video game? Because your parents won't let you? So then afterwards, I went to the bathroom to like take a piss or something, and then when I came back, my friend had just like opened the Counter-Strike, so I couldn't fucking trade it. So I just like basically had to tell my mom and dad, well, I guess I have to keep it, and then they allowed me to play it. It was just like, motherfucker, like while I was in the bathroom, he just opened it.
You're not evil, Blake. Just confused.
So yeah, I started playing Counter-Strike when I was 10 because my friend opened it for me, even though I, you know, wasn't supposed to play violent video games. I still remember the first time I played online in that game. Like, I had always played offline because my dad had told me you are not allowed to play online. It wasn't because like my dad thought that like other players were a bad influence or anything like that. It was because my dad thought that anything had to do with online basically meant downloading, and back then, for my dad at least, downloading was a very, very bad word. Downloading meant viruses, meant stealing your credit card, meant very many bad things. So, oh no, you can't play online. But then like one day I just accidentally joined an online game without realizing I had hit join online, until I afterwards like had to explain to my dad, dude, I've been playing for this server for like weeks now and nothing's happened. It's fine. No, he blocked me, fuck. I'm not, well, it wasn't my first video game, it was just like my first, like, you know, adult violent video game. Alright, remember the trick here. I fucked it up. Damn it. I think the very first video game I ever played, that was either Theme Park World or The Emperor's New Groove for the PlayStation 1. Dude, I remember that game. Dude, Emperor's New Groove for the PlayStation 1. Dude, that shit was so fun.
I want you to tell me.
It was either that or Theme Park World. For those who haven't played Theme Park World or know what it is, it's basically Roller Coaster Tycoon, but for the PlayStation 2, I think, from like 2000 something. It was super fun to play as a kid because I actually really liked it. Too bad I didn't understand like any of the concepts in the game because I wasn't very good at English. Like I knew a little bit, but not much. And I didn't understand the concept of a loan. Because you could take loans in the game, right? You could like, hey, borrow 10K and then of course, you know, you paid it back. But like, how I understood was you got free money and then all of a sudden, like a couple minutes later, I was broke and I didn't understand why. It's like, yeah, I get 10K and then all of a sudden I was in the minus and then my park would just close down. I'm like, hello? Why my park closed, man? You all know what I mean when I say adult video game, like grown-up person video game, you know, gore, violence, guns, fucking naked chicks with their titties out. Well, then I guess that it does become an adult game. Like, you know what I mean.
Seed will burn this world.
Where's Lynn?
I remember I got Theme Park World for the PlayStation 2 before I had a PlayStation 2. It was because, for those who don't know, my birthday is 4 days before Christmas. My parents were planning on giving me a PlayStation 2 for Christmas. But for my birthday, which was 4 days before that, my grandparents gave me Theme Park World because my parents had told them, hey, we're giving him this console, so you can give him a game for the console. And they were like, yeah, sick. So I just remember for my birthday, I was like, yeah, sick, a video game. And then I was like, I can't play this. I don't have the console. Like, what? What the fuck, man? I just remember I just had the game and I was just so annoyed because I couldn't actually play the fucking game. Because like my mom and dad and my grandparents weren't like super coordinated with it. I was just like what do I do with this shit? I can't even play it. Alright, time for oobs. Oh, dude, feels bad. No birthday presents. What a sad life. Oh god. Come on, get in there. That was fucking slow as hell. Hey, Salacious, what's up, man? How you been, buddy? That got a little voice crack when I said that. That was hot. Runs are going pretty good. I mean, they could be better, but I'm not gonna complain. I think we might PB off of this. Because there's been like a couple new things that I've, or like new strats and like stuff. Nothing like too major, but should be like, you know, big enough so that I at least should improve a little bit. I think, unless I like fuck up really hard here towards the end, which I don't really see how I can, I think we PB. I think. In before I don't. How you been, man? Nice work on that rock skip. See, the thing is, I think you remember, the last time I think you saw that, when I was like attempting that rock skip, I didn't know that that trick was frame rate dependent. The higher your frame rate is when you try to do that trick, the harder it becomes, because apparently collision with like the rocks and stuff in this game is dependent on your FPS for some fucking reason. And because my game was running at like 140 FPS, right? It was basically impossible for me to get through the wall. So the other runners told me I have to limit my frame rate to 60. And then you just get it instantly. So yeah, we even talked about it being FPS related, and guess what? Hell, it was. Good shit. Here we avoid the naked people. Wait, you fried your laptop? How did you even manage to fry your laptop? Like, you messing around with it? Oh no, wait, you fried your PC so you've been on your laptop. Oh. How did you do that though? Were you like remember or like fixing something? Because like I almost fried my PC like a couple weeks ago when I was installing my new graphics card and power supply. And like because I'm not very good at like computer shit like that, so I was like pretty sure I was gonna fucking break something. Hey Val. Love how she's just like casually walking there, you just run past her. It ain't no thing. Fucking console players and their advantages, man. Well, at least you have a load remover, right? That's always something. Frame limiters? Nice.
No! Man!
I'm beating you.
Oh, okay then. Like me, it was mostly because it was the first time I was like really operating on like the inside of a computer by myself. And like I just like looked up, hey, install a new power supply, easy. New graphics card, easy. So I tried to do it, but you know on the motherboard, right? Where the graphics card is stuck, there's that little like port that you put into the motherboard with the card. There's like that little switch or whatever you want to call it, where you like need to press that down and then you can lift out the card. That switch was stuck. Like, no matter what, I just could not fucking get that switch, like, pressed down. It just would not. Like, to the point where even if I was, like, really hammering down, it just did not want to come loose. And I was just like, what the fuck do I do? Also, the, I eventually did get it free, but it took fucking forever. Also, the, I don't remember what it's called, but the cable that goes from the power supply and then into the motherboard, that cable was also super stuck for me. To the point where I just could not get it free. Like, I was almost bending my motherboard just to get it out of there. And, like, I asked one of my friends, he was like, yeah, you shouldn't bend your motherboard, man. That's a bad call. I even, like, got one of those, I don't remember what they're called in English, but it's, like, one of those, like, where there's, like, blood under your skin from, like, when you squeeze something too hard. I got that on my thumb. It was super painful, and it hurt for, like, 2 days. I know, Salacious, but I kind of want to, like, know how to do tech stuff myself because, you know, hiring a guy to do it for you is super expensive. Because I remember I did that when I needed to get a new processor for my computer, and I already knew which processor I wanted. But the processor itself that I got, because I got it through them and they would install it for me, the processor itself cost a little bit more than what I could have gotten it for online. Plus, they just, like, threw in $100 just for him to do it for me. Which is, I was like, bro, you for real? $100 just for you to, you know, fucking...
Don't you know Jessica?
Oh, sorry.
What are the two of you doing?
Blood blisters. Oh,
I'm
I
sorry,
see.
Father Loudermilk.
The one thing that, like, was freaking me out about blood blisters was it was the first time in my life I got them. I even, like, asked, like, someone of the my classmates. They were like, yo, have you seen this before? Yeah. And they were like, yeah, have you never tried this before? What are you, stupid? Like, no, I've never had a blood blister in my life. Hey, Acid.
I want you two to tell me what you were doing.
Speedrunning is happening. I don't know if you can tell, but that is actually what we're attempting here.
Parents? Jessica, do I need to call your father again?
I don't know if you could have guessed.
Please.
I only want us to be friends. Nobody's in trouble yet. Does one of you think you can make this right? Jessica? Jessica, look at me. Will you pray with me? Will you help me make this right?
When is island shooting happening? A little bit later.
Don't go.
I think, well, depending, if I PB here, I'm gonna do some Battlefield 1 speedruns. If not, then I'm gonna try again. And then afterwards, we'll see.
Shame is a gift from God to let you know right from wrong. And what you want is very wrong.
Then we shall see.
Go home and pray.
Stay. I want you to stay.
'Cause I want to PB in this game
This is awkward
and have a recording of the run where the recording isn't complete crap. Which, so far, this one is going smooth as hell. No drop frames. Stream is running at 60 FPS constantly. The game is running at 62 FPS constantly. It's perfect, you know? It's perfect. Couldn't ask for anything better. So all I'm just asking for is us to PB, because then we can be done with this shit. Perfect. Don't jinx it. Well, there isn't really much to jinx anymore, mostly because there's not very much gameplay left of this run. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, most of the rest of the run from here is like cutscenes. And or holding down W simulator. There's not any like tricks or anything where I could fuck up. Oh yeah, it could crash. That's true. Let's not jinx it. All right, everybody, shut up.
I don't know what
Everybody, be quiet.
you saw.
You're gonna make it crash. Oh shit! I need to play. Ask, please. Don't be like this, man. In-game guy is recording at f2.8. Well, at least he isn't using it to fucking record llamas, dude.
Fuck!
Unlike some other people.
Lynn! Lynn!
The PC's gonna
Pregnant.
Oh, dude, that would be even better if the PC just completely died.
I don't want to die here.
Thankfully, we have invested a lot of money in a new power supply, so hopefully that doesn't happen.
Won't let them kill you. We have to get out of here.
Like, let's be fair, Finzi. If you had the choice between filming just a random llama, like just a llama, right? Like, or the literal birth of Satan. I feel like filming the birth of Satan would be a little bit more interesting. Maybe that's just me, but I think I'd rather film the birth of Satan than just a fucking llama. Don't get me wrong, llamas are probably very nice, very beautiful and majestic creatures and other things, but I'm not so sure about, you know, just filming them
You can't.
compared to Satan.
Can't stay out here. Help me down, please.
Hey, Jackinator, what's up?
Okay, okay. Jesus. Be careful. Fuck.
That indeed is an option, Salacious. You alright?
Okay? I'm coming down.
See, Acid gets it.
Sorry.
Brown llama has a white leg. Oh. Now we're talking. Why didn't you mention that before? That's, the tables have turned.
Back here.
That llama seems to have a very interesting feature then.
Okay,
It's gonna be okay.
Dude, screw Satan. We have a brown llama with a white leg. I ain't ever seen shit like that before in the real world. Alright, don't screw me over. Yes!
Jesus Christ, Blake.
Alright, we won the video game. That was the one place where we could die.
I think something's wrong. Ah! It hurts too much. I'm gonna lie down. Shit! Blake! God, give me voice. God, guide my hand.
Sock wearing llama.
God, guide my hand. God, give me voice. God, guide my hand. God, give me voice. God, guide my hand.
Dude, the good thing about the new position for my desk is that I can, like, put my feet up and, like, lean back and just fucking still be able to play games. Like, right now I have my feet up on my bed and I'm just, like, I'm just chilling out right now. This is probably not the best position to play video games in, but, like, when I'm literally just holding W and shift for the rest of the game, like, I don't know how, like, how active I need to be, you know?
Getting worse.
Hurry. Go find shelter.
It's like the whole world burnt.
Oh, I went the wrong way. Fuck. Just lean back and chill.
Oh, shit! Blake!
This is the baby.
Yeah, she's coming soon!
There! The chapel! We can take shelter!
I'm actually wondering if we're gonna PB off of this. Because the next cutscene is like about 4 minutes. Then you need to like walk with the baby at like half an hour a mile. Or mile an hour at the end of the game. Then you need to run through the school. That's like maybe 5 minutes combined from here. I'm not sure what my PB is actually.
We have to get inside!
I guess we'll find out. Right, now we can really relax. Now there's actually just a 4.5-minute long cutscene. So, how is everybody tonight? Let's have a nice little discussion while we watch Childbirth.
Lie down.
I can't do this.
You can. You can do this.
Oh, God. Something's wrong.
Just keep breathing.
Feels like something's wrong. Ah! It hurts too much.
I know, baby, I know. But you can do this, okay? Just keep breathing.
Oh, fuck! Fuck! Ah! Oh, God! Oh,
Keep
God!
breathing.
It's
Just
killing
push.
me! Ah!
Aren't we all acid? Aren't we all? What do I feel about Turkish bodyguards beating up the US citizens? I feel like it's fucked up for anybody to beat up anybody, really.
There's nothing there.
Like, why you gotta beat up people, man? Why you gotta be like that?
Lynn! Lynn!
Why you gotta beat them up? What they do, man?
Lynn!
That's fucked up. Don't beat people up, kids. That's fucked up. Say no to bullying. Beating up people is considered bullying. Bullying, very bad. Okay? Yeah, see? Just hug it out. Imagine, like, the devs for this game, when they were making this scene, they probably had to, like, watch some source material for this. Like, probably just, like, watch some videos of childbirth just to, like, know how to, you know, visually make one.
Drama, the play. We're saving for the.
It's like, alright, Bob, let's watch a couple childbirths so we know how to make it look in the video game.
Really, like cheek kiss.
Oh, wow.
So, like,
Kinda fucked up,
is she
actually.
your girlfriend? Tell me, or else. Or else what?
It's like, it'll be like that scene in Friends. You remember?
Got you again.
There's that one episode of Friends where it's like Joey and Chandler, they like get the wrong movie, which they switch with like, I think it's it's with Phoebe and someone else. And they, instead of getting a porn movie, they get a movie of childbirth. So they just sit there like, oh yeah, like get in the mood for watching some porn. And then like, oh shit, they figure out that it's fucking childbirth that they got.
Child's too strong already. You've murdered paradise.
Dude, now I want to watch Friends. Friends is like, it's one of those shows you've watched every episode, you know everything that's gonna happen, but it's still fun to watch, man.
Storm.
Like, if I just happen to be zapping on the TV and Friends is on, I'll watch
Destroys
Friends.
us all.
It's just a classic show.
Who will he have left to punish? I killed my children. All of them. Every last one. There's no more perfect faith than that. And still, God is silent. Kill that child if you can. If you love anything at all, crush its skull under your heel. I know God doesn't hear dead men, but I expect he answers them.
Quincy, get out of here with your fucking German atomic artillery. You fuck. Or nuclear artillery, I guess. Get out of here, dude. Alright, don't get fucking cock blocked by that milk can or whatever the fuck that is. Fancy, I think you have the wrong version, my man. Like, not only is it German, like, there's something else about them lyrics as well that I think you've completely misunderstood. This is Timmy. This is Timmy the baby. I'd like you to meet my new son. He's very cute. He was an accident, but he's still cute.
Hey, Blake.
It was made in the back of a truck.
Try to find me.
Me and a mom were just watching a movie, and then on the way back we you know, giggity. Right, time this correctly this time.
Don't worry.
And boop.
I'll never let you go. You never let me go.
Wait, no, it's a girl. I keep forgetting the fucking baby is a girl. You can't name it Timmy. Whatever, it's 2017. Boys can be, or girls can be named Timmy, right?
And send me quietly to sleep. Watchful Savior, wash away all I've been wrong today. Help me every day to be gentle, gentle, more like
Or like
thee.
the